Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Brown children. I remember being locked in the cage with these brown kids. I don't know what race they were, but I know they looked at black, but they didn't speak English.
So basically, she's talking about P. Diddy, and she's a witness and allegedly saying that JLO was there, that JLO had stuck a bottle in her, that Kris Jenner was there, and Kris Jenner was mad because this girl had put snake venom in their drinks, and she was really upset. And she ended up stabbing Kris Jenner in her shoulder, and there was like some witch in a red room with mirrors with the yellow snake in a sink.
How many kids would you say was in there with
Had to be like 30 or 50 kids, but it kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller because they were hunting these babies. Um, it got like it was like until I noticed it, I was just in the cage. But before they like took me out the cage and put me back in the cage, they had me these babies with them. Um,
So basically, I can tell she is not lying. She is recollecting everything just from viewing her reactions, how she's talking. You can tell she's experienced a lot of trauma.
I remember him shooting his baby. The baby had to be no more than 5 or 6. This baby, this boy, he hunts me in my dream, and he is the age he probably would have been now, but he hunts me in my dreams, like when I have out of body experience, and like it's like he's chasing me. Uh, I remember that baby, and I was like, I'm not gonna. And he, pick up the knife, so I pick up. I was just going like this. The baby had to be no more than 5 or 6, to be honest. He had me bathing them, feeding them, washing them off, and bathing and feeding them. I remember me being in the cage. I kept letting them out the cage. I remember I kept opening the cage, letting them out, and like they used to have to get them and run after them, get them. I remember them being in there.
So she was talking about P. Diddy doing that when she talked about he just did that to the kids. She was talking about P. Diddy.
Saying our names, and I was like Lanisha, and one said her name, and then she was talking in her language, and I ain't heard nothing, but she was like, fight. So every time we got out the cage, it was like we all, like when it was time to get everybody having sex, that's when I started fighting back. I remember.
you? I know it's hard. I know it's hard.
I remember they had a tray, and on the tray there was a knife, it was a corkscrew, it was a glass bottle, it was a candle, and there was a cigar on the tray. And I remember all of them had to stick it in me. And I will never forget how Bill Cosby lit the cigar and put it out on my vagina.
So Bill Cosby was one of the people there.
Yes.
So she's saying that Bill Cosby was there. He had lit a cigar and put it out on her private area, allegedly.
Never came forward to his case or whatever, but he had Jane Doe's, but that opened up all the old stuff that he'd been doing. But I never.
She's gonna get to the part where she talks about JLO and Kris Jenner.
Came forward in that because my grandmother never took me. She never reported me missing, and she never took me to do a police report. And as I'm calling, getting help from these lawyers, it's like nobody can help me.
By the way, she does have proof that she was there because there are pictures of her. There are pictures of her there with P. Diddy. There are pictures of her laying like a table with food on her and people eating off of her.
And like I need help with a lawyer, like you know what I'm saying. And it's like I know that's me. Like I can provide pictures, not the picture that they have because they have the original. The police have the original copy of that picture of me. You know what I'm saying? They had the original copy of that picture of me. I don't have no picture. I got pictures of how I looked at that time. That like you can see my shoulder, and I'm still got the same frame. but I don't have those pictures anymore. I remember he did what he did to me, and then when it was time for Jennifer Lopez, she was there with a guy, and he was sitting there looking disgusted, but didn't nobody save. She stuck that glass in me, and after that, like,
So she's saying that JLO stuck a champagne bottle inside her private area, allegedly.
but my eyes were booked the whole time, and they put a blindfold on me. I remember them beating the fuck out of me. I remember the hog time. I remember it was. I remember them all being mad at me because I put snake venom in everybody's drinks and shit. Because everybody acted like they couldn't remember. But when this witchy lady, she gave me she was in a red room and the room had mirrors everywhere and it was a yellow snake in the damn sink. She gave me the venom and whatever she gave me, it made me still be numb. But I whatever she gave me, it made me coherent. Like I was I was coherent to everything, but I still couldn't move. You know what I'm saying? And I put it in everything. And I remember Kris Jenner being mad about it. And I stepped her on her left side of her shoulder, like right here. This is where I stepped her right there. And no, it's not allegedly. It really happened. It really happened. And I hope by me going live and me telling.
So this is the first witness that talks about Kris Jenner being there, doing crazy shit like that. You know, with a witch in a room and all that, and she was mad that she had put snake venom in her drink, and she had drank it because she spiked all their drinks. So Kris Jenner, she's being named in this, and this is the first witness to bring up the Kardashians involved in this. She said it's not allegedly that it actually happened. So this is horrible. I hope she gets justice, and like and subscribe, guys.